Okay, so on Sundays, what we normally do is we normally do a quote, something that resonates with me, and hopefully it'll resonate with you. And I heard Warren Buffett say something the other day, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. It's episode 684. It's January 9th, 2022. Here we go. Just a second later, Warren Buffett says you only need to make 4 or 5 good decisions in your life. That's all. And the rest of life will unfold perfectly. So what does that mean? I started thinking, okay, so what good decisions would I have to make in my life to make my life where I want it to go, what I want it to be? And so I started thinking, I'll read the quote again. You only need to make 4 or 5 good decisions in your life. So the biggest decision for me was my partner, my wife. Who you are surrounding yourself with makes all the difference. So my partner has to be number one. Choosing your partner, you have to have the right partner. I look around and I believe that I am so not lucky, not only because she's fit. That sounds so bad if my kids are listening, but she is fit. Not only is she fit, but obviously she's a great person as well, but we've got a great balance. So she looks after the inside of a house. So that's what she wants to do. She wants to be the mum. She wants to do all that stuff, organizing the insurance, organizing all that. I don't do any of that. I don't do anything to do with that. And then I look after the money side of it. I go out to work. I've got a business and it's my job to bring in the money. And it's kind of her job to look after the family. I know I don't want it to sound old fashioned because everybody's got roles and responsibilities in their life. And I'm not saying that I don't do anything around the house, like washing, cleaning, of course I do, but we've all got our roles and responsibilities. That's what she wanted to do. That's what Claire wanted to do. And that's what I wanted to do as well. So it works perfectly. The problem is, if I was out with somebody who's as ambitious as me, if I was married to somebody as ambitious as me, it would cause friction, no doubt, absolutely, because I'd want to be out there hustling, getting the money and grinding. They would want to be doing exactly the same thing. I'm getting a phone call. And so for me, your life partner is so crucially important because you've got to go together. You've got to work together. And my success, I couldn't have my success without Claire. Claire couldn't have her success without me. And so I think that you've got to be perfect with each other. And so for me, a life partner is a number one single thing that you can have in life. One of the biggest decisions. Number 2 is your friends, the people you are surrounding yourself. I touched upon that in number 1. You have to surround yourself with the right people. You are the average of 5 of your closest friends, the people you spend the most time with. If you spend if your 5 of your friends are absolute bums, then guess what? You will be the 6th. There's no doubt about it. You will be the 6th. We are influenced so much by the people around us, and most people can't see that. So you've got to be conscious and aware of who you surround yourself with. Number 3, I was thinking about was where I grew up. Where do you grow up? I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they was from Australia, and they looked around and said, right, where are the successful startups? And there was in Brisbane, and one of them looked at the other and goes, there isn't any around here. What do you mean there isn't any? Well, there must be some successful startups. And he goes, yeah, there was, but then they moved to San Francisco, sorry. And they moved to San Francisco. Yes. Right, that's where I need to be. And so they moved to San Francisco. They said that it was critically important for where they was, their environment, because your environment makes you. And so where you live, that is crucial and critical. So if you're not in a great place with opportunities, you have to move. You have to move. It's simple as that. There has to be opportunities around you for you to thrive. And so you need to look at what good decisions you need to make in your life. And do you know what? This message is really for Zach and Kai, because Warren Buffett, the more and more I look at it, the more and more he is absolutely right. If I'd have made a fundamental error choosing my wife, then my life will no way be the position it is now. Absolutely impossible. And if I would be surrounded by the same people I was surrounded with when I was going out every single night, getting drunk all the time and doing stupid shit, it was great at the time, absolutely fantastic. But if I was still surrounding myself with those people, guess what? That's still the most influential or the most impact that anybody can have on me. Them people there who were going out getting drunk all the time, absolutely great people, but just we're different people. We're in a different area. We're in a different position in our life now. And that's not to say that they're right and I'm wrong. It's just not correct for me. And so you've got to surround yourself with the correct people and the location. So what is important to you? What decisions do you have to make? Looking back on your life, what were the most important and critical decisions? There will be more critical decisions in your life. And so you have to be very, very careful with when it's a life-affecting, life-altering decision. Take all the time in the world to make the decision, to make sure you make the correct decision. If it's not a life-changing decision, go for it, because it doesn't really matter if it's reversible. If it's reversible, It doesn't really matter, does it? So think about the 4 or 5 fundamental life-changing decisions that you make in your life. Zach Kai, when you are growing up, and it's not about what A levels you got. It's not about that. It's not about the qualifications. It's not about your education. I have no education whatsoever. Oh, well, that's all right. I got a C in maths. Woohoo! I got a C in PE too. And so think about those. I 100% think Warren Buffett is correct. You only need to make 4 or 5 good decisions in your life to be successful. And that's it. All right, my friends. Love you. Appreciate you. See you soon.